Good day, everyone. I hope that you are all doing fine even though we are bombarded with a lot of activities. I know that this saying that I am about to tell you right now is not related to the topic that we are going to tackle later on. But I wanted to share this with you to lift up and encourage everyone that we will eventually overcome all these struggles that we are in. This saying is, it might be stormy by now, but rain doesn't last forever. And yeah, today is Friday. Time really flies so fast, right guys? It seems like yesterday was Monday, and now we are also approaching another year, hoping that the following year will be good to us. So, for us to formally start this discussion, we will start this with a game. I know you are all familiar with this game is 4 picks, 1 word. So, I will be letting you guess 3 words. So, for each word, I will give you 10 seconds to guess. But you can always pause this video so that you can have more time to guess. I will not provide longer time here since it will be awkward for me to just stare at the camera if I give you 30 seconds to guess. Okay? Actually, this will be an easy one since there are already given letters so that it would be easier for you to guess. Okay? So, the first word will be hair. Okay, time's up. So, the first word is digital. So, here is the second word. Okay, time's up. So, the second word is safety. And here is the last word. Okay, time's up. So, the last word is rules. So, to sum up those 3 words, our topic will be digital safety rules. So, digital safety rules are frequently referred to as internet safety, media safety, online safety, and cyber safety. So, by following these 25 rules, you will be able to protect your privacy and also protect your family from predators as we connect in this new digital age. When you access the internet, always remember these digital safety rules. So, the first rule is protect your reputation, whether it is in real or in virtual world, since you are the same person. Also, do only what is appropriate and share information that will not harm you as a person. Because, for example, if you post something because you are angry to that specific person, your friends in social media can easily screenshot that post of yours and that can damage your reputation. That is why we must think before we click, because in this fast changing and improving technology, informations are one click away. And with that, your reputation that you have built for years can also be destroyed with just a single post or with just a single mistake that you had made in the internet. Now, let us have Miss Comigod to report to us the second, third, fourth, and fifth rules.
So the second digital safety rules is respect others. Respect begets respect. Treat everyone with respect, even if you have not seen him or her. Be judicious about what you say on your own in the other pages. So judicious means it is a good judgment. So, in order to earn respect for yourself, you need to respect others. Similarly, giving respect when it is due will also earn your respect in your own rights. For example, one of your friend posting in Facebook about what he feels due to the reason that his girlfriend broke up with her. People say that was very overacting. Instead, making fun of him, you respect what he feels. So, the third digital safety rules is to remember the intellectual property. Ideas online are products of intelligence of others. If you need to cite them, acknowledge the authors. Someone who have a great idea of the product or a service, there will always be a people who will want to duplicate their success and sell their ideas as their own. So they use patents, trademarks, and copyrights. So failure to cite and acknowledge the author basically means that you are claiming that the entire paper and information is yours. If that's untrue, it is plagiarism. So plagiarisms have many consequences. It can expel you from your course, college, and the universities, and it can result in legal action, fines, and the penalties. So the fourth digital safety rules is pause before you post. Be careful what you write or upload. Think twice before you post or say anything online. Once it is cyberspace, it is forever. So it reminds the students to carefully consider the consequences of posting something in online. For example, if we post negative thoughts and it could give hurt to the viewers. But if we post positive, it can help and heal the feelings of the viewers. So, think before we click. So, the fifth digital safety rules is think about who or what you are representing. As a son or a daughter, you respect your family. As a student, you represent your school. So you do not vote to shame your schools and your parents. So, for example, you are the only daughter at the same time a student of the popular schools, but you posting on your Facebook account wearing topi swimsuit with a caption of the negative thoughts which is not good for the viewers. Suddenly, it will become viral with the negative comments of the netizens. So you need to be responsible of what you are posting. So in that situation, you put your family and the schools into a shame. So act responsibly.
Now, let us have Miss Enricosa to discuss rules number 6, 7, 8, and 9.
So for number 6, always keep your personal information to yourself and off the internet. Do not share personal information. Keep personal information about yourself private. So why we should keep our personal information private? In order for us to prevent identity thief. So, by providing all this personal information about your family members, your school, your telephone number, and your address publicly will make you prone to identity thief. So, for those who don't know what is identity thief, identity thief is a type of crime that can have long-lasting repercussions for both your digital privacy and your online reputation. Doing so might download a virus that could scan your entire computer and transmit all your data back to criminals. So, by reducing the amount of information you provide, it can lower the odds of experiencing identity thieves. So for number 7, always check first with your parents before sending any photographs online. So this one is common here in the Philippines. I mean, one of the cybercrime problem we face. We also heard this kind of news in the television, most especially to the minors who engage in posting or exchanging photographs to the person they only met online. And after they send the photo, they will use it against them through blackmailing. So the danger it may bring are, number 1, exposure to sexual predators, like what I have said, through blackmailing, asking them money, in return deleting all the photos they have sent, but then again, they keep on doing it. Number 2, sets a bad example, like you are posting nude photos or anything that is scandalous. And then, identity thief, like what I've said in the discussion in the number 6, if you don't miss it. And then lastly, open children to bullying and intimidation. Number 8, always check first with your parents before meeting someone in person that you first met on the internet. Remember to meet in a public place and bring a trusted adult with you. There are some instances also happened in the Philippines when a person, especially the minors, meet their chatmate without the consent of the parent. They got raped because they easily trust the person they just met online. You should ask permission to your parents when meeting someone, and if ever, bring a trusted adult to look at you. Be sure to meet in a public places where people can see you if ever that person who wants to meet you looks or acts strange. So, be extra careful. For number 9, always check first with your parents before entering a chat room. Remember that people on the internet are not always who they say they are. Always talk with your parents about what you are doing online. So, we don't know who we are chatting online, if they are real or just wearing a mask or using a dummy account to have victim. Before you enter a chat room, you must talk to your parents, and then if you get the permission, then you should know also the rules. So the first rule we have, do not reply immediately to the person who are chatting you. Instead, tell your parents if they knew or they're familiar with the person who sent you messages. If they don't, then do not reply. Simply as that. Then you will never know the person is real or if they just wear a mask to cover up their real self. So if you keep on entertaining them, maybe you will tell all your personal information later on. And then the next one is, do not easily trust them. Know also their information, their profile, if it's real, or how many friends they have. So, to sum it up, the rule of the parents are more important in the child's progress and safety when it comes to the internet. We should remember to think before we click.
And now, rules number 10, 11, 12, and 13 will be discussed to us by Ms. Relatado.
So the number 10 digital safety rule is always trust your instinct. If something does not seem right or you feel uncomfortable, speak to a trusted adult. So if you are in a young age surfing the net and some unusual notification pop up on your news feeds and you are not familiar with it, better not open, watch, nor click it. So if you feel uncomfortable with that notification, you don't know what to do, better call a help of an adult, because it is better to ask questions, to be aware of what notification is all about, or the video or the content that is on your news feed, that it is not for a young age like you. So better call a help of an adult. So if it happens again, you know what to do. So the number 11 digital safety rule is always ignore emails and instant messages when you are unsure of the sender. Nowadays, we are onto gadgets every day. We are familiar in spam messages and emails. So if you receive a text messages or emails of an unknown sender saying you won a cash prize, because that is the one of the very common messages we receive. So in that situation, ignore it. Do not give your information, personal information like contact number, passwords, personal emails, or bank account, because they might use it to locate you and hack your account. So the number 12 digital safety rule is always turn off your computer if someone harasses, threatens, or makes you feel uncomfortable in any way. In present times, this is very common to us where harassment online or in social media is everywhere. This may include sending, posting, or sharing negative, harmful, false, or mean comment about you. So it is called cyberbullying. If you experience it, that someone is harassing you, threatens you, just turn off your computer or better ignore them. Because if you keep giving them attention of their nonsense talk, it may affect you. It may lead you to disappointment, and worse, it may lead you to depression. So the number 13 digital safety rule is do not click on links or open emails from people you do not know. Cyber criminals use emails and links that looks okay to lure people into clicking. So if you think an offer is good to be true, it is probably is. So when you receive spam messages from unknown emails, ignore and do not click it. Don't reply to any mysterious emails with an unknown subject and sender. It may contain malware or viruses that may harm you and maybe lost your personal data, or contain executable code that launches immediately after opening an email. So, better delete it.
And now, rules number 14, 15, 16, and 17 will be discussed by Miss Limpiado.
Number 14. Use strong password. Try to use the same password for multiple sites. Make passwords strong and change them often. So, is it really essential to use strong password to any sites? Just like our Facebook, Gmail accounts, Instagram, Twitter, or even in our mobile phones? Well, exactly. It is really essential to have a security one because using strong password provides essential protection from identity theft. One of the most common ways that hackers break into computers and mobile phones by guessing passwords. Simple and commonly used passwords enable intruders to easily gain access and control of the computer device, and that is why we need to use strong password to avoid this kind of happening. Number 15. Keep your belongings safe. Lock your computer or mobile phone. So just like I mentioned earlier, we should lock or put some securities in our mobile phone and computer so that we have an assurance that our belongings that we store in our mobile phone or computer are safe. Number 16. Speak up. If you see something bad or inappropriate online, do not try to get involved. Talk to a trusted adult and work together to solve the problem. An instance, if you see in online that someone who being bullied or someone who has been prone to cyberbullying, then we have the right to report that someone so that his or her doing will stop. Another instance is there are also some cases that we see online which parents threatened or beaten up their child. Again, we have also the right to speak up because his or her doing is inappropriate. We, human, have the right or the freedom to speak up and stand up for our right. Number 17. Remember to log out of the accounts you've accessed before leaving the terminal.
even if it is a home computer. So why it is important to remember? An instance, if you're going to leave your accounts or the accounts you've accessed open, there might be a tendency that the person who will use next to you can access your accounts. Therefore, if that will happen, he or she will know your identity even in your important files. Also, there might be a possibility that he or she will use it as blackmailing you. Therefore, we must be careful enough in dealing this kind of situation.
The rules 18, 19, 20, and 21 will be reported to us by Mr. Arias.
Rule number 18. Never open an attachment from someone you don't know, no matter how tempting. We all have our own personal spaces and private lives. Ever since we are a child, we are told not to open or touch things that are not ours. We are only allowed to touch things that are not ours. We are only allowed to touch or open things that we are permitted or told to do so because we do not know what is lying between it. That's why we should keep our hands from things that are not ours. And we have a saying that goes, curiosity kills the cat. If we understand that saying, that's why we should keep our hands from the things that we do not own. Rule number 19. Never upload or post pictures of yourself onto the internet or online service to people you do not personally know, and never upload explicit photos. For our own safety and to prevent harassment online, we should always mind the things we are posting online, such as our pictures. We should think carefully if it is appropriate to be posted or not, because everyone has the capability to view it, including those we didn't personally know. For example, we are open for the chances to use for the people to use our pictures, such as a poser, or use our pictures in an illegal way. Rule number 20. Never post vacation plans online. Example, status leaving tomorrow for a 7-day cruise. We should keep to ourselves if we are planning to go on a vacation. Never ever post your vacation plans such as your arrival and departure time, because you are giving the criminals a hint that you are not in your house. And worse is they will rob you while you are not around. Rule number 21. Never download pictures from an unknown source, as there is a good chance there could be sexually explicit images. You should always look for the reliable sites and sources in downloading pictures, because there are chances that you may open some sites that display sexually explicit images and will harm your computer. That's why you should mind or look for the sites or sources that are appropriate or it is reliable. Thank you.
And last but not the least, we have Mr. Kabugwang to discuss to us the rules number 22, 23, 24, and 25.
The 22 Internet Safety Rule is never respond to messages or bulletin board postings that are suggestive, obscene, belligerent, or harassing. When there is someone messaging you and it came from a known person or place, and that person is asking for your personal information, your picture, or even threatening you or make you feel uncomfortable, never respond to it, or better tell your parents regarding to the issue. It is very easy for someone to persuade us or misrepresent someone. For example, someone indicating that he is 12-year-old boy, but in the reality, he is an older man. So be sure that you are dealing with someone that you and your parents know and trust before giving out any personal information. Get to know your online friends just as you get to know all other friends. The 23 rule of internet safety is never buy anything online without parental permission. I know that people love to buy anything online, especially the youths or the younger generations. They are very active in their social media accounts, so they love buying stuffs online without parental permission. As long as they have the money to buy, they would buy for it. But for some reasons, some of them are used to scam too. For example, they bought stuffs to their online friend, not really their close friend. They already sent the payment, but came to confuse that the stuffs they ordered are not delivered. So they would feel sad and disappointed, and regret at the same time. But it gives them lessons to learn. So this time, they would be careful in what to buy online or better ask the parents' approval. The 24 rule of internet safety is never download or install software without parental permission. I know that people today are obsessed in any devices, either mobile phone, tablets, laptops, as long as it can be used. The children are used to it too. They really love to download any games app without knowing the source, as long as it can be played. Another one is the youths today. They really love to download any apps too, like dating app, communicating app, or communication app without asking approval to their parents. For some reasons, many of them got depressed due to the harassments from the unknown people or to the people they don't know. And these must be addressed. So they must think wisely before downloading any app, or better ask the parents' approval. The 25 internet safety rule is to point out and report mean or insulting messages to your parents or to a teacher at school. We all know that harassments and bullying are everywhere. It can be at school, it can be at home, or anywhere. And I know many people and students are experienced that way. They don't have the courage to speak up for some reasons, like being threatened or being scared to express what they feel. But we should stop this. We should open up this to our parents and our teacher so that we could not be able to live in fear anymore.
That would be all for our presentation. Thank you for listening.